lovely people, and welcome back to this week's new video. Today I am doing a special reading vlog that is just for one book, and that is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I won this in a Goodreads giveaway a year ago, and I'm finally getting to it because I wanted to do a special vlog specifically surrounding this book to fit around the spooky season. It's about a week and a half before Halloween, and Halloween is like canceled this year, but that doesn't mean I can't get in the spooky mood. And I don't like horror movies. I think I can do horror books, but we'll see how I do with this chunky book. She is just over 700 pages. Insert the clip of me unboxing this a year ago. So excited for this one because on Goodreads, if you have books on your want to read list, you get these emails about these giveaways, and if you win, you get a free book, and they highly recommend or prefer that you write reviews about it. And I always enter. You know, you never know. I never win anything, but still, like, it's free. It doesn't really cost me anything. And then I freaking won. Okay, like, oh my gosh. And I didn't know what came in the mail. I had to go pick it up at the post office, and I was like, oh my god, I don't even know what I'm coming to pick up. And she chunky, girl. Holy shit. And it's a freaking hardback. Is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Some booktuber, probably many booktubers talk about it. I got really excited about it. I know this is very creepy, so if I can fit this onto my TBR for October, that would be really great. I already have a lot, and it's already like halfway through the month, so we'll see. Congratulations on winning the enclosed early reading copy. Thank you so much, Grand Central Publishing. If you're new here, hello, my name is Noah. I'm a bookish and lifestyle vlogger born and raised and still based in New York City. So if that sounds like of any interest to you, I would absolutely love it if you would stick around and subscribe at the end if you so please. And make sure to check out my Instagram. I am slowly incorporating more bookstagram type stuff as well as my regular fashion and lifestyle content. While I was working, I did read about 50 pages or so, about to start chapter 7. I didn't realize how small the font was. It's probably good to dedicate one vlog to this because I've had trouble finding time in the day to read since like September. I didn't think that a weekly vlog would be good, especially one with a 700-page book, and two because I just don't find the time to read anymore. So hopefully this will help me. So far I think it's good. I've already gotten really creepy vibes. If you don't know what this book is about, Stephen Chbosky, this is his second book since Perks of Being a Wallflower, but this is following a single mother, Kate. She is on the run from an abusive relationship with her 7-year-old son, Christopher, and they arrive in a small, tiny little community in Pennsylvania called Mill Grove. It seems like the perfect place to disappear, where her ex won't find her. One day Christopher disappears for 6 days, no one can find him, and one day he reappears. He appears to be completely fine, except it says he returns with a voice in his head only he can hear, with a mission only he can complete. Build a treehouse in the woods by Christmas, or his mother and everyone in the town will never be the same again. So far, it's, like I said, been creepy, and I'm hoping that I can read more today. I do have to work again tomorrow morning as well, so hopefully I can tuck myself into bed early, create a nice atmosphere, and get a good chunk of this book done. This vlog should also be interesting because I don't do too many check-ins when I read each book, because I do multiple books in a vlog, because I usually do weekly reading vlogs. So this should be really interesting to see how often I can come back to this, or how long this vlog might end up being for this 700-page book. And if I like doing it especially for chunkier books, I think I would like to do more videos like this. I'm saying this in like the second clip and not even at the end. We shall see. Okay. So it's day 3 of reading this book. I haven't read anything today. I ate lunch and then just binged the season 2 of Sex Education. I love that show. It's hilarious, and I think it's really good to be having open conversations about it, and it's just really good. I can't wait for season 3. It's coming out in January. Yesterday. Okay, I'm figuring out dinner with my mom. I don't know how much of this I can read up until the weekend, because I thought I'd be able to read a different book by the weekend, but we'll see. I read up to page 179, so I barely made a dent in this chunky book. It's gotten to the creepy bit, or it's like starting to. So Christopher disappeared, and then part 2, he's coming back. Across like these pages, Stephen Chbosky put a single word on each page. Christopher was not seen or heard from for 6 days, and then it goes straight into part 2 and he's found again. So it's a very weird situation because he wasn't found for 6 days, like no one could find him in the woods, and then he arrives back and he's a little bit strange and traumatized. And it's also interesting because he's hearing voices in his head, and his father also heard voices in his head. Possibly he might have died by suicide. Did something happen to him in the woods, or is this like passed down, like a genetic thing? I'm hoping I could get a good dent in it tonight, but I do have to upload my video for tomorrow and I'm editing it and it's not going great because I've barely done it and I feel like it's not a good vlog. So you'll probably already have seen it or X'd out of it because it was trashed, or maybe not seen it at all because I didn't upload it. That's how it's going today. I wanted to give you an update. Man, I have to wake up early tomorrow for work also. So hopefully I can tuck myself into bed early to get a dent in this. Wait, I forgot this is a spoiler vlog. Why am I acting like I don't know how to act? So far, Christopher has come back, right? And he is hearing voices and he calls it the nice man, but he's basically talking to this plastic bag. Cue the Katy Perry song. All of a sudden he comes back. He was dyslexic and then he comes back and all of a sudden he isn't. He is able to read everything. He's so good at math, which he wasn't able to do. And they found the dead body. The nice man led Christopher to the dead body from 50 years ago from the very beginning of the book. Little David, please let that be his name. Little David, yeah. My theory, I don't really know what to think, if this is something in his mind, if it's actually some ghost thing, but I'm thinking, what if their souls switched? Is that weird? I don't know. That's my theory for now. Watch me be like so off. It's fine. It's been a minute since I vlogged, a couple of days. I don't think I read at all on Thursday, and then Friday I went away for the weekend, so I didn't bring my vlog camera and I only read on Friday, and then I didn't read the rest of the weekend. So I've been reading. I read about 100 pages or so yesterday, and Christopher has told his mom what's going on. He was in the hospital again because Mrs. Collins' mother cured her of her dementia or whatever it is that she had, her Alzheimer's. I'm now on page 404, about to start chapter 69. No one laugh. They are trying to leave, but now apparently Christopher's mom, Kate is in the imaginary world with him, but she's also awake on the other side. She got into that car accident with that girl, Mary Catherine. It's very creepy. The hissing lady, like, who is she? What does she want? Who actually buried David? Like, is it someone who did it on the imaginary side? I don't know. But it's all very weird and creepy, and I was getting tired and I like kept trying to push myself to read at least 100 because I missed out on reading over the weekend. Oh my god. I'm not like super duper scared, but it's very gross. Like the whole itching, everyone's itching, like you can see the progression of the border, the world kind of merging because everyone is starting to itch and they're all really angry. Emotions are riding high. I'm gonna try to do a lot of reading today. It has been taking me over a week to finish this book, which I'm not going to beat myself too much about because I have been in like a weird reading slump since September, and this would only be my 6th book of the month, which is really, really low, like so much lower than last month even. I'm about to get reading. I do have to like wash my face and I have like 30 minutes before I want to get to bed. That's not to say that this book isn't interesting at all. It is. It's just like me not finding time. The writing is really interesting, but the what is it called? The font is just really, really small, but it's making for a really interesting story. It is giving me a lot of Stephen King vibes. Christopher is interesting. I'm very curious about why him, and whether these problems are really like a schizophrenic thing or this is really like delving into that horror aspect. Hopefully, since I'm over halfway, I can read a good amount because I still have to upload this video on Thursday. We are in the home stretch here. I've got about 70 pages left. I'm just about to start chapter 121 as part of part 7, The Shadow of Death. So far, I feel like I'm getting less scared as the book is finishing. Christopher is God, apparently, and the twist of the nice man not being the nice man and him being the devil and the hissing lady is helping him was surprising. I don't know who the hissing lady is though, like what was done to her by the nice man. That's discovered like right before he realized, or Christopher realized, he couldn't kill the hissing lady, because then the glass between the imaginary world and the real world would be shattered. So the mom is in on it, Ambrose is helping, and so is the sheriff, right, Bobby. It feels less scary because now I'm like, okay, what's happening? Like, is he gonna kill the devil? Like, what? I don't know. This feels a little bit underwhelming. But I've read a lot today. I've already read over 200, almost 200 pages, which is fantastic because, but also like, it needed to be done. So I guess I'll update you along the way. Another check-in before I finish. We'll see. All right, now I'm 40 pages away from being done. I'm about to start chapter 126. So Christopher no longer has the power of God, although that's what the nice man gave him, and it's now to his mother. But I'm very confused because there was a chapter in Kate's perspective. She had a life with Jerry where she was no longer in communication with Christopher. And then in the next chapter, Christopher, it's like back when he's 7 years old, which by the way, these kids, it doesn't seem like they're 7. It seems like they're in middle school. It's very, very weird. They don't seem and act like second graders. And in italics it says, God had a son who served on earth, but he also had a daughter, and she volunteered to serve here, which is in hell. And that's who the hissing lady is. The hissing lady is God's daughter. I'm confused, yo, and really fucking underwhelmed. I finished the book and I needed to get my thoughts together. I have my notes, hold on. A couple things. So if you made it this far, since it's a spoilery vlog, and I typically don't watch spoilery vlogs if I have never read the book or plan on reading the book, so I don't watch them very often. But for the first 60 or 70%, for the majority of the book, I found it really creepy and unsettling, and I was very intrigued about what was going to happen because I don't read much horror. But then the latter half was very underwhelming because it just took such a turn. It was very repetitive and I found it to be kind of boring, and I didn't expect so much of it to be religious, and I found that kind of weird because I'm not a religious person at all. I feel like you don't need to know a lot, but there were some things that I needed to look up, and I didn't really like that aspect. Also, the deer, they're like the eyes around the town and they stop people from leaving and stuff like that, and I can see that, but I also, there was one point where they were like biting the feet of the nice man and kind of torturing him. I didn't really see that happening because I mean, if it's gonna be like a thing with their antlers, sure, but I don't see them like violently chewing on a human person's foot. I couldn't imagine the hissing lady, but the mailbox people with their sewn up eyes and mouth was really, really creepy. That created for really good imagery. Also, there was coding in David's diary. It looked like his handwriting was very manic for a 7-year-old, and the sheriff figured it out that the capital letters were the code, and I loved shit like that, so I really liked that part. At first I was like, oh, is Mary Catherine carrying the Antichrist? But then I was like, oh no, she's the Virgin Mary, and again, that was part of the religious part. And I kind of thought that the God is a murderer thing was an interesting concept, which might seem anti-religious for me to say. That's probably a bit controversial because there was a whole thing about, is there a parent who hasn't been abused themselves who abuses their child, and the answer was God. Also, with the sheriff, I wish that there was more background about who the girl with the painted nails was. Like, was that Emily, the girl from the milk carton? Was that from an old case? I feel like he got closure, but like the audience didn't. Overall, I think that this book was a lot longer than it needed to be, and I think I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. It did give me all the feels for a good chunk of it, but for the latter half I was kind of like losing my steam, although I did read a lot for today. Those are my thoughts on this book. I hope you enjoyed. If you read this book also and you followed along until the end, let me know what your thoughts were, because I know this book was really, really hyped up. Did it live up to those hypes for you? If not, you know, if you fall into the same area as me. Also, let me know spooky reads that you've read. I know Halloween is approaching, October is ending, but I feel like fall is a really good time for the spooky stuff, and I'm interested in more horror books, so if you have any recommendations, please let me know, and I will see you all next time. Please give it a big thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.